come to season 5?
5 is one of my. I mean, I love Glory. She
Yeah,
reminds me of
that was the main villain, and she's
one of the iterations I did for Pyro in Heroes Unlimited for you guys. We were role playing, all of us, a bunch of us. She reminds me. It's like they literally stole that character, put her on, named her Glorifius, put her on Buffy.
I mean,
Just her struggle, her psychotic struggle. You know, the only thing that was she wasn't like two beings like Ben and Glory one, but the way she talked, the way she was superficial. She wanted, you know, she wanted. She was the queen in the room. She was the god in the room everywhere she wanted to. That's how it was. I'm in charge wherever I go. I like that. Reminded me of Pyrosia. I remember Dooley said that. He's one of our older friends. He was like, "Man, she reminds me of Pyrosia." I was like, "Doesn't she though?" And I remember we were all in the basement playing that time. It was like, I don't know, 8 of us, 9 of us, and that everybody that had seen it been like, "Yeah." Joey didn't know. He didn't have a clue. He didn't watch Buffy. But all the rest of us had seen it.
Right. Later, you come to find out that Don Summers is
An energy key that holds the dimensions, a key to open doors to all the dimensions.
Right.
She's a dimensional key.
And that's who.
And Glory's trapped here in a human body, male human body. She can break out and be Glory. So that they're like they're kind of like a symbiote. It's keeping Glory anchored and not being able to go back to her realm.
Right.
She was a god in her, a demon, a goddess, a god in her realm, and there were 2 other gods. They battled. The 2 gods turned against her. She was so evil that they turned against her and banished her into human form in this realm. And in that lifetime, she has to hurry up and find this key and get back home so she can kill them motherfuckers for jumping.
Right.
And that's her goal. But she's so, again, that mean girl. She's that perfect mean girl princess, but she's not. She's the I would call her more queen. She's that queen that you will bow that. I love her minions.
Mm-hmm.
They're great. The minions that she has.
Yes. You're also having fallout from the previous season with the initiative. You have Riley now, who's trying to figure out what he's going to do now. He's no longer that super soldier.
No longer getting the drugs. He's coming down. He's having withdrawals, and he don't know it yet.
Right. The addiction really takes a hold on him in this season. So then that starts to drive a rift between him and Buffy.
Yep. And him finding out that she has power at all, and that she one time loved the vampire, makes him feel so inadequate.
Yes.
You know, it was G one time that said, "I mean, he reminds me of Captain America." I was like, "Man, this dude is way too weak to be Captain America."
No.
Are you kidding me?
No, we can't.
I was like, "Please don't ever say that again, please."
Please don't. No. So you got that going on also. I mean, and this was.
You get to learn about Dawn.
You get more,
more. She's got all the memory. Everybody that knows Dawn has all the memories of Dawn in their life since Dawn was born.
Right.
So they put memories in her. Buffy finds this all out more than about a quarter of the way through the season.
Right.
She also finds out that Dawn comes literally from her blood, and that's how they made her human. There was these monks that cast a spell to hide the key from Glory, who was killing her way through the church system, because they are the ones that keep all the secrets.
Mm-hmm.
And she was on Dawn's trail, and that's how. And when the monks found Buffy, they used Buffy's blood, created Dawn, and knowing that Buffy would protect her sister.
Right.
You know, when they saw Buffy, they said Buffy's a good person. She protects the one she loves.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one.
Yeah.
And she's a slayer. Psh, boom. We'll make it. And they cast a spell on the key, making Dawn a being. Now, we're not sure if she's human at this for a while, but I believe that they clarify it far before the end, you know?
Yeah.
Before that first season ends, she is a human. It's not her fault she was born, 13, 14, 15, whatever she's supposed to be. I don't know how old she's supposed to be. Even Buffy's age is questionable. When people say, I know her age. Well, when the computer says this, it says 2 different ages in the first season.
Yeah.
Then later, neither of those ages are right. And now, just like all superheroes, she has to re-age. She has to become that teenage character to retell the story.
Right.
In the comic book, she's not some. They're rebooted parts of it. They have to.
Yeah, you have
comic
to.
books always reboot every 15, 20 years.
Yeah, like you said,
and it's all worlds should to keep up with time.
Right. New generation comes in.
It's still Buffy. It's still Spider-Man. It's not, if not, Superman would be like, what?
I'm all for it as long as you keep the core character.
Yes.
Same,
make your own thing in the Buffyverse. If you want to make some other character and try to sell a show, that's fine, but don't redo Buffy.
No.
I'm not a fan of prequels. I'm getting sick of the redos, everything.
I'm tired.
Buffy doesn't need redone. It's like the Warriors. It's going to stand the test of time.
Yeah, I don't like prequels either. I just think with a prequel, it's you've already put a restriction on you, and it's hard to go back and not keep it updated. Like with Star Wars,
right.
When they went to the first
4, 5, and 6 are worthless now. You messed them up.
Yeah, because now
1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3,
7, 8, and 9 are all good.
Got better technology.
Now you messed up.
And stuff. So yeah.
Look what Underworld. Underworld was an awesome series, and then they did that prequel, and it made it. You can't put it in the series.
No,
it's not the same.
I don't watch that Underworld.
Yeah,
I just do the main ones.
Yeah, the reboots.
The prequel they did, I can't watch because it ruins it.
Some of the music in like the Disney movies and the reboots is fine, but some of it, why'd you do that? Why'd you even redo it?
Right.
Lion King ain't classic enough that you try to redo it.
Right.
Just leave it alone, man.
Right.
I mean, I'm not mad at Star Wars 7, 8, 9 like everybody else is. I liked them. I enjoyed those movies.
I prefer those over the original. I know
they're the best.
People don't.
I don't care what anybody says. Let's sit down. Let's watch them. Take your ego out of it. Han Solo ain't in here.
Well, also,
you know what I'm saying? He is, but it's time to die, people. Y'all.
Also, take your nostalgia out of it.
Take it away. Watch it for what it is. That's why I always do it. I always watch a movie for what it is. Like if you're gonna read, like the Airbender, the new that's on Netflix. I thought it was fabulous, but you got to take your ego out of this stuff, people.
Right. But the season 5
can't redo Buffy. I'm just saying.
Season 5 has one of the saddest moments in it, I think.
Oh yeah, that's just awful. The death of Joyce, and it almost always catches me off guard, man.
Yes, because it was actually sudden, kind of.
Right. We knew she was sick. She was having problems. Right. She had recovered something in the brain, tumor.
It looked like she was on the right path going back.
Yeah, she was on a firm recovery.
But yeah, and then the death of Buffy's mom, Joyce.
At the end of the robot episode, it always catches me off guard, man. The love bot that Warren makes a future villain.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He's introduced in that season. But when Joyce dies, man, I swear, 8 out of the 10 times I've watched it catches me off guard, I swear.
And then
that following episode is sad. You get to, if you don't think Dawn's human at this point, you can't doubt it.
Right. Exactly. But this,
like how a teenager, she catches an attitude.
Yeah.
They put grades K through 9 in me. Why can't they just put this in me? I don't have to learn nothing. Fuck this stuff. I'm a key, remember?
Right.
So like a teenager we all as teenagers, we always felt left out, misfits, the black sheep. Every teenager has that dark, we all are special in our brooding.
Right.
What has happened to us.
Yeah.
And she's even got it more so because she's a key. And she knows that she was made. She didn't live this life. These are all fake fucking memories.
Right.
Even though it's hard, how can you, they're still memories.
Right. But
how do you separate?
Psychologically, that's got to be crazy to think. Wait, I have these memories, but I never existed until.
Right.
Just,
until I appeared in Buffy's house, and that's the first memories that are real.
Right.
On. Everything else is bullshit.
And then.
And can she think of it that way ever? That sucks. But yeah, it's a good season too. Even though we got the death of Joyce, which I mean, she had I think she had fulfilled her role. It was their step to growing up.
Well, yeah, that's what
It sucks they did it that way.
That's what this purpose was, to say, okay, now Buffy's going to be the adult in the show.
Right. This is she's the runner of Sunnydale now.
Right.
The parents are passed on the torch to the children.
Exactly.
Go watch it.
And really, this was going to be the finale of the whole series originally.
Yep.
So the ending was surprised. I don't think anyone was expecting the way it ended.
I'm going to disagree because I called it in episode 2 episodes after Joyce died. I called it. I said exactly what was going to happen. I'm talking about
regular viewers. Not
They're killing Buffy. Yeah, I knew they were going to kill her.
I knew that too, but I'm just saying.
And then the rumor mill was out that this was the final season, and then we knew it was the final season. They were done.
Right.
It was said, this is the final season. Enjoy. And then CW came along with a sweet deal for all of us Buffy fans and purchased it gave all the actors and the writers and stuff the deal they couldn't refuse. Right. CW was trying to become something, and they said, Buffy, we can use Buffy as a platform to launch our channel, and it worked. The 2 seasons of Buffy launched them into the stratosphere. They became competitive with ABC sometimes, which is the lower of CBS, NBC, ABC. Right. Usually ABC is the lower of the ratings. And Buffy on CW, those 2 seasons, I know it's because everybody thought she was done. Real happy. She made it. Somebody bought Buffy and she's back, So every fan of every season, that even people who may have been walking away from Buffy at the time, turned around and rushed back, told their friends, I'm about to watch the show. I can't do nothing. I'm not missing an episode. Because it wasn't like back then. You couldn't just watch whatever you wanted. You had to go out and buy a disc or something.
Yeah.
There wasn't these streaming services and all that. That shit didn't exist.
Yeah. And then also during this season, Spike's
right. He's been captured by the initiative. He's got the chip. He's fighting with this demon in humanity, even though he doesn't have a soul.
Right. And now the demons and the vampires.
This is the season
he's not.
He falls in love with Buffy, isn't it?
Yes. This is when he starts.
I remember he wakes up. He's like,
yeah.
Please no.
Right. He doesn't like that he's falling in love.
Right. The vampire is like, oh hell no. Please no.
But this is also the season where vampires and demons are hating him because he's starting to hunt them. It's what he can do. So.
Right. He's no longer allowed at the supernatural bars and stuff because you're hunting our kind with the Slayer, you son of a bitch. Right.
Right. So, and that kind of gets him bored.
His ass whipped a couple times, thrown out of a bar. Well, once we know it for sure, but I'm sure it happened multiple times.
But that's what's causing him to lead towards Buffy and the Scooby Gang and be more part of the group.
Yeah.
And so, at the end of
even without a soul, his love for Buffy after she sacrificed herself for the world.
Yep.
She's dead. She's gone.
She's dead.
That's how it ends. Buffy sacrifices herself for everybody. She tells Dawn some good life advice and then takes the hit. Yep. Because only Summer's blood will stop the rift.
Yep.
And dragons already have flown. A couple dragons flew through and shit already or something. She already killed Glory. They had defeated Glory, but Glory had already started the ritual.
Right. Yeah, but again, you got to close.
Now, once again, only your blood will stop it. This time, it's Buffy.
Right.
And I think that part of her. I'm not saying she wanted to commit suicide. That's not what I'm saying. But there was a part of her that knew there'd be relief when she was done.
Yes.
She'd been through the ringer.
She's been through the ringer.
And all the superhero has. I want to take that moment and talk about who is there a superhero she reminds you of?
Buffy?
Yeah.
For me, I think Supergirl comes to mind for me.
Supergirl? That's a good one. But for me, it's Spider-Man. She reminds me of. She has I think that's what I really like about her.
I think that's a better analogy, Spider-Man, because they both deal with tragedy on a lot in their lives.
Was this ringing the whole time? I didn't hear it.
I didn't hear it.
Okay, me neither. Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, that's
Yeah, they're different class of character, male and female, but it's that character that's got the responsibility. The responsibility is a big thing for her. Starts in the first episode.
Yeah.
When she tells Giles, you know, you're going to prepare me for losing all my friends, get kicked out of school. Go ahead, prepare me for living this dual life I have to live. You know, Spider-Man as a teenager has to live that dual life. That's some big adult responsibilities at a young age.
Right.
You know, that's why Supergirl does fit.
I like
any of the teen characters. Fits.
I like Supergirl because she, like Buffy, she's telling people there's another way to be a hero.
Yeah, I don't have to fit in your mold.
Right.
Right.
That's what Superman can find. But now that you mentioned Spider-Man, they're pretty.
There's a good combination of those too, though.
Yeah.
And then you also have to throw a little Wonder Woman in there. I know I mentioned both my favorite characters.
Yeah.
Because she knows sometimes why she has to kill.
Yes, I agree with that.
The episode where she has to kill Ford, who's got the brain tumors, who wants to bring in vampires to Spike and Drusilla can win and kill her. And he's willing to sacrifice all these humans and the Slayer just so he can become a vampire.
Right.
You know, it shows, you know, she's got to deal with some really tough decisions. If you haven't already seen it, you know, now you see it in that season. She kills one of her lifelong friends. She kills the love of her life. I mean,
yeah, like
she's been through the ringer.
Yeah.
So she reminds me of a lot of there's an amalgam of characters, but for me, most is I attribute a lot of the stuff to Spider-Man when I'm watching.
Right.
Yeah. Like, I can see that being a Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, I agree that her sacrifice.
Yeah.
She feels she's done enough.
The way they patrol the city.
Right.
You know, she's tired.
Yeah.
So it's not like she's trying to commit suicide.
No,
that's not what I'm saying at all.
No.
But
she wants to save.
This is the perfect way for me to go.
Yeah.
Do it all for the world.
Yep.
You know.
Then we come to find out it's not the end.
Right. Because CW picks them up.